Well, hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. How's everybody doing? Welcome. Where can you watch the live stream? Well, this is the watch party, so if you do want to watch it on Twitch, you can do so. Of course, you can. What's up, Snoop the Fool? What's up, Everett? What's up, Noisy? But you can also hang out here. Who knows? Maybe you like it better. Maybe you don't. Oh, and I got this stupid connection error. I need to do 180 fight quick. It's okay, we're gonna get it done very quick. Paul Williams, what's up, PSN? What's up, Callum? See you in 17. Oh wait, wrong chat. I need to restart the chat then. Close this one down. I am highly multitasking right now because one second, we're gonna switch on the sound there in a second.
Rex, and we're coming to you live from twitch.tv/Kabam and the official Marvel Contest of Champions YouTube page. I'm so happy to be here with you all to share what's happening in the battle realm. Now, I know we've got a worldwide audience in here in the chat, and I just want to see where you all are at. So for those of you that know me and you know what I'm about to say, it is a roll call. So you run that down in the chat. Tell me where you are, what time it is, because I want to see if you're up at like 2 a.m. or something watching this stream, and what your progression level is.
Yeah, I'm doing my last mandatory fight now. I'll do the rest of them if I can.
The TB
oh yeah, of course, noted.
So I went from
Buff Serpent, what's up, Sonic?
to Paragon, and I'm very, very happy about that. And I'm going to be shooting for the VT.
When are you from?
That works, but VT also works. I'm going to stick with that. So we are here in Vancouver with our guest and Thekiryu, as you can see. Today, Finton is driving the rig. Thank you, Finton, for hitting this up. Yeah, he's out there. Big man Finn.
You do me the honors hitting that like button, all the other good buttons. If you do wish to beat the
Paragon in the house, I see you got Greece, Brazil, Kansas, South Africa, Valiant, very, very nice. Paragon and UK at 5 p.m. I'm digging it, man. You know, it's always 5 p.m. somewhere. And it's 5 p.m. there, right this instant.
Right,
Illinois in the house, Paragon, Tennessee.
Hello, gents. Well, hello there, contestant number 3.
Valiant, very nice. And watching from Montana at 10 a.m.
Fresh coffee. We are ready. Oh, I will need to take notes, I suppose, as well as screenshots.
Alright, so as I mentioned before, we are both on YouTube and on Twitch. However, the conversations and questions that we're fielding, and especially our giveaways, will be on Twitch. So make sure you've got eyes over there.
Is the stream on YouTube? Yes.
Make sure to
the stream is on YouTube and on Twitch.
Or at Kabam.
Here's the link to the Twitch stream, YouTube stream. I'm sure you can find yourself if you wish. If you do not wish to watch my magnificent commentary,
pretty cool stuff by the end of this stream, so do not miss out on that chance. And speaking of which, our mods get a big shout out because they're the ones that are going to be enforcing all of the be niceness in the chat. So thank you very much.
Hashtag Nerf Serpent.
Now, before we give you that first look at your 2024 Summoner's Choice winner, Shathra, as you might know, for the past few weeks, we've been running Summoner's Choice for our reworks. And after a very close final vote between Doctor Strange and Cyclops,
Stream isn't live on YouTube
the next champion getting that Iron Man treatment is none other than Scott
Not surprising, but
himself, Cyclops Blue Team. That is not an optical illusion, or an optic illusion. Well, whatever it is, I hope when you do get him, it's going to be
I thought. No, Serpent as well.
All right, just had to throw that out there. So,
yep, no, they do not have the live stream on YouTube.
Event quest and our side quest coming up here. Our start date is going to be September 4th and going all the way up until October 9th. Our very first one is our event quest.
There is no promo code yet. There will be a promo code at the end of the stream.
None other than the Collector. The Collector is claiming the Summoner owes him one after the Raft Crystals incident of July filled his vaults with imprisoned villains. The task has its own villainous theme, as it seems the Collector's ship, the Ghost Orchid, has been infiltrated by a team of well-organized foes. They must be prevented from pilfering the most rare and dangerous artifacts in the battle realm. The interesting thing is, will you find pilfering debuffs.
Do I have Twitch on my phone? I don't
Great
think
question.
I do.
All right, side quest. Ludum Maximus.
Come on.
The Maestro has declared 4 months of celebratory games to honor his return.
Why
The
is it going?
festivities begin with Circus Maximus, an onslaught of
1 second.
games and challenges
1
hosted
second,
by
the voice
Count
echo is gonna
Nefaria.
get sorted out
The
right
Count
now.
will not accept anything less than the best, the mightiest, and the greatest of games. So dare to enter Ludum Maximus.
There should be no voice echo.
Now, also,
Is that
this
correct?
month we're excited to bring you a new and improved variant of Rifts. These are weekly quests. Opponents change each week, but the rewards do not. Each quest starts with
Is
a
it still
branching
echoing?
path that leads to 2 portals, one being random and one being under your complete control.
Yeah, it was echoing
The
because I
portals
had it on
lead to
speakers,
3
so
paths
my bad.
with 3 fights each. Now, the controlled path is blocked by a gate that can be opened by spending a consumable item gained in a solo event. Now, all fights are different
okay.
and of similar
Sorry about that,
difficulty,
guys.
but all paths
Sorry
lead
about
to
that.
the same reward. So keep an eye out for the event
apologize.
quest and meta event write-up for more information. Now, this new take on Rifts that's meant to keep it's meant to keep the same feel of the quest type
Just don't
while
talk?
minimizing RNG
How about you
and
don't talk?
missable rewards. For those of you that don't know what
Don't
RNG
talk
is,
on my own live
random
stream. Get
number
the
generator.
fuck out of here, man.
Things are just random. It's a lot more straightforward than you might be used to.
What
and I think
a
you're gonna like
twat.
this one quite a bit.
I'm sorry.
Now, that's
What
the
a
content
special
you have to
creature
look
you
forward
are.
to next month. Now it's time to get
Oh,
into our
don't
2
talk.
new champions. First up is your very own Summoner's Choice champion,
Oh,
Shathra.
sorry.
And without further ado, let's bring in our favorite resident expert to show us the ropes.
To begin, strike the opponent to start planting your
Demonetized.
eggs.
Yeah,
Inflict
sure.
more if the opponent is stunned.
Oh, what?
Launch your special 1 to inflict atrophy, hatch your eggs into wasps, and plant over 300 more. Continue planting your eggs. Then, charge your heavy to kill
Aw,
your
this is
wasps in
disgusting.
exchange for power steal and vulnerability passives. Chain your special 2 after the first hit to inflict even more vulnerability and watch your wasps attack. If the opponent isn't already
attention for
melted,
echo.
you can use your
Shut it.
remaining wasps to power steal again
Fuck you,
and
Mom,
finish
what?
them off with that stinging special 2.
I did volume it up a bit.
Now, if the opponent has a lot of buffs, she'll inflict those vulnerabilities much quicker, giving those bugs a lot more bite. Not to mention, the Mystic Dispersion Mastery combined with her Power Steal lets her launch those special attacks at a very rapid rate. And hey,
She's already
if
OP?
you find yourself in a
Is
matchup
she?
with tons of energy damage, her regen from her special 3 will heal 100% of the damage taken from energy damaging
You must
effects.
plant your eggs. That is
Also,
disgusting.
that long passive stun makes it almost too easy to charge that heavy into a gigantic special 2. So enjoy
Oh, wait,
those
she's a
red
mystic,
numbers,
not a
but
caustic.
Just
Trust me.
make sure you bring the bug spray.
All right, now I say that's how
You
you
would
bring
what
a
now,
stinger into a live stream production. Anyway, you know that was coming. So I'd like to welcome the designer of Shathra, Rain, coming back on the scene and on the show. Now, welcome
Mash?
back.
Oh, come on, this
Now,
is
can you tell
disgusting.
everybody out there what champs you're most proud of, so they have an idea of what kind of thing you're building here. I mean, they just saw it, but I mean,
Yeah, no, for sure. It's been a hot minute since I've been on stream. Most people probably know me as Kabam Honeydew. So hi everybody again. You all probably know
Why
me
she's
for-
invisible? Why who is
Actually, I'll just do the
invisible?
order. Misty Knight, Wong, Gallon, the Rocket rework, Mantis, Cassie Lang, Cerastes, Dust, Spider-Punk, the leader, and now Shathra.
oh,
Which
nice.
is very exciting. So
Special
So you're
division
not
on
just doing the champions
That
come
sounds
out
quite
every
good to be
month,
honest, Zero.
You're
Pending
actually
sales.
tackling on other things.
yes. So like my actual official title is RPG designer here at Kabam because we are constantly working on things that aren't just exclusively champions.
Looking at?
However, especially in front
Okay,
of
guys.
a crowd like everybody here, I'm assuming that the champions get the most hype out of everything. But if you're familiar, like you've played the game, I'm responsible for like partially working on things like the bosses in the game, iterating and scripting out the champions that we make, as well as a lot of the buff, like the node buffs that we have kicking around as well. We're typically making scripting,
Okay, here,
essentially
guys.
designing those with the help of the quest team.
Nice.
Yeah, we're constantly.
Let's
We've got our.
be nice here.
In the words of Kabam Shio, we make champions and champion accessories.
Nice, nice. Well, as Shathra was playing there,
You guys are quite awful.
Bugging out. Okay, so
Here's the thing.
First question for you. Tell me about how you put Shathra together, because we got to see Kabam Riri talk about her last stream, kind of like all the behind-the-scenes stuff.
There will be a giveaway after
the
the stream,
building
yes.
of her, the models,
Genuinely.
those kinds of challenges. But you probably came with some different challenges from
Behave or I'll start being
Can you
nasty.
tell me about
Because
that?
here's the thing.
Yeah. So
Whatever
of course
is
we're gonna
happening
look
there
at some of the
is
animation
not my
patterns
cup
of
of
just
tea,
sort
is
of
not my jam. I don't
necessarily
particularly
problems, but, like,
subscribe
Shathra
to
hasn't been animated in
any of
anything,
that
so
stuff.
we kind of had an empty canvas to
However,
go off of.
there is no reason
That led to a few little
being
things like how should we do this, how
pointlessly
should we do
mean.
that. We took a lot of inspiration from other places.
The
On
different
the side of
country,
design,
different
Kind of
culture.
in the same boat. Shathra
Most
has
of
a
you
pretty cool,
know exactly what I think
just, like,
about
regular power set with revolving around her wasps and things. She also just has, as I've
The
heard
entire
it described, the
situation.
superhero cocktail of
but
super strength, speed, durability, a healing factor. You know,
seriously asking,
everything.
I believe
My main goal
that
with
it is a
her was actually
he
representing her
who is
abilities
now
through the way that
wishing
she
to be
plays her
addressed as
playstyle.
she.
Shathra plays
Either way,
like a feral beast that you let out that you implant your opponent with eggs
Again.
with. Like it's a lot.
Typically in situations
but
like
it's,
that, I just
a
avoid,
really fun design, and I'm
you know,
very, very happy with
whatever.
how she's
The point
Yeah,
is,
me too. I noticed there was a really
backing out them, but still locking
she had a
inside.
lot of distance
I mean,
on her heavy attack.
If something's funny,
So,
it's
for
funny.
some of those
I'm not gonna
mechanics, you can
pretend
even
that it
take,
isn't
like, a
funny.
step away
But at the same
from
time, there's
parry
no need to be
and charge up your
needlessly
heavy and
mean.
still
This
be able
person
to
has
connect.
done nothing
So
to you.
I imagine you meant to do that?
Yes, that was a very big thing that I wanted to do. I really wanted to emphasize a heavy attack into special 2 loop. So I asked for a very,
And
very
he's walking in
long
Razor Blade? Of
distance,
course I am walking in Razor
heavy
Blade, because
attack. I
everybody's
basically-
overly
I legitimately
sensitive
went
with these
to the
type of issues.
animator and was
Again,
like,
it is
hey,
not something I am
have,
interested
like,
in, care, subscribe
Quicksilver
for.
heavy.
I
but add
personally
another
do
hit to the
believe
end,
in two
because I
genders
want you
here.
to
I
launch
do not
yourself
believe
forward
it can
and
be
then
changed,
cancel your specialty
adjusted,
for
and I am
absurdly
fairly
large amounts of damage. So
Yeah, speaking of
Do that.
which,
let's say
I was seeing a lot of
old-fashioned and
melting
set in
on
those
the opponent's
ways.
health bar.
Do not believe in
and
any
seeing some
gender
bolstering
fluidity
on
or
her
any of
own
that
health
stuff.
bar,
That doesn't
and
mean
at the
I
same time,
find
the
it
power
necessary
bar.
to be mean to
So,
somebody
like,
because
plus
they're
all of the
different.
bars are going crazy.
Yeah, the
with this
bars are going
character.
crazy. Just
That's
go ahead
about
and
as simple
talk
as
about
that.
Yeah. As for, I mean, they
I
dissolve,
believe, yeah, the things that I believe,
during special attacks, Shathra deals
and
all of her
clearly
damage
they
pretty
do
much.
believe whatever they want to believe.
And it's just like basically just a damage over time while specials are active based on how many
So,
wasps are on the opponent.
There's
which
no
is really,
need to
really
be
cool.
needlessly
Nothing is immune to wasps yet, so have fun with that.
nasty. Mean.
As for the health, I mean, we'll dig into it a little bit later through the words of Karate Mike, but she's
They
really good at
are
taking down
evidently
Maestro, and
not
taking
biased,
in
but
energy
streaming,
damage
which
from things like his cosmic radiation, or taking in damage from Terax's rock
It's weird
field,
because I would
so on
want
and
to
so
take
forth.
screenshots of
Her
this.
special 3 allows her to regenerate all
Yeah, 'cause like,
energy damage. Like,
wouldn't call
taken
it like
throughout the
that.
fight from
Hear me out.
damaging effects. So very similar to Wiccan's special 1.
So
for
they can't
those
watch
that
live
fight
stream
him.
at all.
Which is really
Why can't you watch a
really
live stream,
good,
PSN?
Yeah.
because you can do some really cool stuff like you can fight Maestro in larger health pools, not really care about how much damage you take from cosmic radiation, and regen it all with one big SP3 at the very end. And it's easy to hit that because you have your power steal.
So a lot of sustainability built in.
Yes.
I noticed as well, even if you don't make contact, like if you're just trying to like scoot off like the last 10%
Very
or
good,
something
Rex,
like that,
very
you built
good.
up a lot of eggs.
I mean, I do
You
think
can just,
Canada
like,
is
launch
off
a
their
special 2
tits
from the other side of the
with
screen,
this
and you'll
stuff.
still
Yeah.
do
And again,
damage.
I
She's, like,
personally
doing that from
disagree
a
with
distance.
virtually
Yes, that will
everything
not be the
Canadians are doing
optimal
right now.
situation, but like she can be very safe
But
with
you
the
do
thinner
your
types.
job.
There's been a few situations
You do
where,
your
like,
job.
just in playtesting, I'll be like on the other side of the screen, because if you do cancel your special 2 out of
I have
your heavy
no
attack,
idea
it
about the
becomes unblockable.
sexuality of the designer
which
in
is
question.
incredibly useful in a lot of situations.
Nor it's my
Yeah,
business.
It's very it's safe within reason.
Nice. All right. So I usually ask this question to most
Yeah,
of
my
the
mods are
designers.
trying to time out as
What
much
have
as
you
possible
added
there
to
for
Shathra
anything that
that
goes
you
over the
players
board,
will
but
discover or make good use of?
Yeah. Outside
But
of
there's
like, her,
tons of the same thing
regularly
happening
playing
on
her
that
kit,
stream
her
as
kit's
well.
Actually, not too crazy
Lots of
complicated
cool
as
for
far
already
as
found
modern
out.
Mystic champions go.
And again,
But we do have.
Here is
for
the
those that
thing.
Love playing Gallon and Ape.
You don't
we
need
do
to
have
agree,
a new version of
believe,
the Heralds
or
and
like
the,
in order not to be a
Horsemen of
dickhead.
the Apocalypse coming in. So if you gain vengeance with Shathra
Robert.
by winning fights, you can consume that vengeance and grant one of the Spider-Verse champions on your team a Wasp Totem pre-fight, or not pre-fight, cross-fight, which grants them a bunch of additional abilities throughout.
Just roasted
Which is
Enchantress?
very exciting, including whenever you do things like
Who roasted
evade,
Enchantress?
trigger mist, or
Joining them,
trigger auto block. Your next, if you throw a special fast enough after performing that, then it becomes unblockable, as well as granting all Spider-Verse champions poison immunity. In addition to granting, like whenever you trigger that poison immunity, you also gain a fury effect.
Nice.
So
Next
very
video
useful
stream
even
later.
for characters that already have the poison immunity, like
Mods
Banquet.
are indeed working extra time.
Yeah, we've also got a bunch of crazy synergies coming in with that as well. So
Yeah, and each
Very
of them are a
exciting.
little bit different, each
Yeah.
one of the characters. So if you were to pick out of all those characters, like which one is your favorite totem ability?
I feel
And
like
why is this stream not on YouTube?
because I'm me, I kind of have to pick Spider-Punk. I'm very proud of how Spider-Punk turned out, and his synergy was really fun. I poked around, and a lot of the people in the community, especially Allison Edits, did a big demand
out.
for shout out. Did a big had a lot of desire for stun immunity on Spider-Punk to deal with a lot of the PvP content in the game. So very cool. But I will also give a special shout out to Miles. The Miles one is actually really, really dang good. So give that a whirl.
Give him an whirl. All right, cool. All right, I will say one more thing here.
Superman should be
I really
coming back.
appreciate your design and your thought process, like with your characters and the champions you've put together. Because this one is it's interesting because you built in a mechanic that allows you to play
unfortunately
Shathra
there are,
if you
yes.
have her, obviously.
Yep.
But if you're playing against her, even if you don't have her, you can still
And
kind of
that's,
play her
you know,
in a way.
A little bit.
So, like, yeah, go ahead.
quite
and-
annoying,
I-
like,
I saw
because-
that and I was like, this
the
is
thing-
super cool, man.
It's a really funny ability.
Here's the thing, I get a lot of shit every time I upload a video. There is somebody shitting on me, so I'm kind of used to it. But I know for a fact it kind of feels awful and crap. And I don't understand the necessity to be like needlessly mean to anyone. I mean,
inflicted with wasp eggs. Gross,
especially with
I
these
know.
type of things.
But in order to eggs hatch when Shathra throws her special attack, meaning you take damage. So you need to watch out for that. If you every time you tap block, you swat away wasps on you. So you literally need to like spam block really fast in order to get wasps off you, or else you're gonna take damage.
Nice.
It's not a lot of damage, so don't worry about it too much. But it's a very fun way of just like, haha, you get to do a little fun thing here and there.
Yeah.
I did something very similar on Dust, where during Sandstorm you need to like literally hold block to cover your eyes to take less damage from the Sandstorm. So very, very cool.
Very, very nice. So we took this over to our resident Kabam, Karate Mike, Kabam, Asaurus Rex. He's got all kinds of crazy names now, and we asked him the usual questions. So, what makes this champ unique? I think you heard a lot of what makes this champ unique, but he has a little bit more to add on to that. So, first of all,
yeah, as well,
she
invisible
was the summer's
frequency.
choice vote, so
Honeydew
that in
was
itself
on the
is
stream
a feat.
previously as well.
She has a very unique source of damage, as you spoke about. She plants eggs on the opponent, and when they hatch during her specials, they attack during special attack in the form of energy damage. She uses her wasps as a form of currency to power steal for her heavy, and it sort of makes her feel like a battleground.
I do not know why it is not on YouTube.
Now, what they counter? What do they provide the key and the answer for? Well, she has the perfect kit, the Counter Maestro. She has a long-lasting potent atrophy to reduce the duration of his buffs and avoid his root. Power Steal to repeatedly launch her specials and knock him down. Her main source of damage comes in the form of energy damage during her specials, and she even regenerates 100% of energy damage taken from damaging effects on her special 3, keeping her healthy against his cosmic radiation buff. Now, where do we see them thriving in the contest? Well, her standard damage rotation is perfect for battleground size health pools. He can see her making waves against some very meta cosmic defenders, and since she doesn't rely on buffs or debuffs, she doesn't have too much that could box her out from her current target matchups. Also, while energy resistance does exist, I'm pretty sure there aren't any champions Immune
trying
to
to log in
wasp.
Twitch on my phone, but I don't remember.
Yet.
It's
very unlikely that we'll see more wasp-based abilities in the game anytime soon. However, you never know.
Yeah, well, there is a
bring in more.
wasp. There is a wasp in
We
the
have
game.
one.
One.
You can't gain immunity to an entire champion, unfortunately.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'd be German. I'm not German,
The pre-release
Jen.
bundles for Shathra are on September 17th. Make sure you keep an eye out for that. And her crystals and arena are on September 26th.
There is no promo
Thank you
code
so much
yet.
for coming
You
on
need to
and
wait
giving
until
us a
end
little
of the
bit
stream
of
for
insight
that.
into how you design Shathra.
Wow.
I think everybody's very, very excited to get her. She's got some crazy damage, and she's looking pretty good.
Yeah, no, she's one of my new favorite champions that I've worked on. I'm very, very happy with how she turned out. She's an absolute blast to play.
Very, very nice. So here's the next question, the last question.
Mm-hmm.
What's the next champ you're working on?
I knew it was coming. It always comes here. I am not legally allowed to say this. However, I was working, or I am currently actively working on December's champion this year. And rather than just giving you nothing, I'm gonna give you something you already know. So last time Tyler was on here, we showed off, this is your
I am not German.
I don't know if we have a zoom on this.
No,
we don't.
I think that's close enough.
Perfect. So that is your hint from when we overviewed the roadmap a few streams ago. That is your singular hint. If you can't read it, it's I've sloth tingled. So obviously everybody's giggling in the studio now, and I can't tell you why.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, very nice.
pretty much
So, before we say goodbye, how can people find you if they're interested in knowing more about you?
Yeah, I am over on Twitter, the artist formerly known as Twitter, over at
Okay, so
at
I got in
Aridia on
Twitch,
the
so I can
moon,
at least
ARIDIA on the moon. I occasionally stream on Twitch. I streamed last Sunday, which was very, very fun actually. But you might see some assorted MCOC nonsense on there. I'll probably actually set up a thread once Shathra gets fully released, talking about some of my favorite things about her kit. In addition to sharing, I make Spotify playlists for every single champion that I work on. So if you want some tasty feral wasp,
good. I can at least screen record now from Twitch.
For that.
All right.
But otherwise,
Goddess vibe.
Sounds good. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Next
Sorry about
up,
this.
we
I was
got
kind of like
Count
trying to log in
Nefaria.
Twitch at the same time because I'm not
won't
streaming
waste
YouTube.
Any more time? We're just gonna roll the resident expert. Let's go.
Okay, so.
To begin, perform a well-timed block.
Okay,
to
so
evade
this I'm
and
more
start
interested in.
inflicting your energy buildups. Then, parry to gain ionic charges. While on cooldown, you can still evade the final hit of special attacks, and doing so inflicts your energy vulnerability. From here, launch your special 1 to devour those energy buildups and enter Ionic Overcharge. Continue evading and punishing the opponent's specials, and then launch your special 2 to activate your Fury and unlock those big yellow numbers. If the opponent isn't already knocked out, just keep cycling your special 1 and special 2 to keep Ionic Overcharge active and keeping those Furies topped up. Now,
honestly,
if you're up against an opponent
it doesn't look
passive
too good.
Triggering Ionic Overcharge
That's like a
will
40k
reduce the
PI.
power by 95% and grant Nefaria 60% of the power denied in this way. And yes, this includes Mystic Dispersion, and that all makes it a lot easier to launch those giant special 2s and keep those nasty Mystic Defenders at bay.
I don't know.
That 95% reduction also triggers against regen. And with the Despair Mastery, that regen reversal can get pretty potent. Also, his Awakened ability allows him to regen up to 80% of the healing
Quit being
denied
so loud.
to the
Shut
opponent,
up, another
keeping
black
that
one.
health bar as big and yellow as his numbers.
All right, that was Count Nefaria. I'm seeing in the
I don't know,
chat
I wasn't
again,
super impressed with this
everybody's
one.
going
I mean, it's
pretty
cool if he has
nuts
like an
for
range.
this character. So you've got two very, very juicy looking characters here.
Looks like a nuke? I
I'm just
don't
reading
think
off
so.
the screen. He says, someone says already better than leader. This dude looks BA. That's great.
Don't pretend he's
Count
strange.
Nefaria, somebody wants one. Give me one. Looks amazing. Yes, Count Nefaria.
Oh yeah, no, there's
rules.
definitely
That's-
damage.
if I were, that's something that I would say, but I was also a child of the 80s.
The questions are how
thing to
easy
say
it is
back
to
in the
ramp
day.
up,
So,
how
it's still very
quickly
cool to me,
you can get to
so at
it
least you
and
got
maintain
my
it,
vote on that one.
and how he
So we've
does
got
in
a
matchups
very
when you
powerful
can't steal
champion
opponent's
here,
power.
and we went directly over to our
You know what I mean?
resident expert once again, finding out what makes this champ unique. So, as always, there are so many things. He's a potent science attacker that counters a bunch of key mystic defensive mechanics. He has a counter evade on his well-timed block, most similar to Elsa, but his this evade also works against the final hit of special attacks. He has a very smooth and sustainable playstyle, counters PvP masteries such as willpower and mystic dispersion, and builds up to some satisfying big yellow
I think he might
numbers.
be
I
a
love these yellow
defender, to be
numbers.
honest.
Now, what he counters, well, healing for the most part.
BJ,
passive power
what
gain,
comment I
and
want to
he
read?
does it really, really well. So
When there's so
with
many
this,
of
we're
you, I can't
entering
read all the comments. I
Ionic
hope you do understand that.
Overdrive. Both regen and passive power is reduced by 95%. He gains 60% of that
Willpower
passive
and
denied
MD
from
counter.
the opponent. And with his signature ability, he regenerates up to 80% of the healing denied. Also, with that, he also gains some chunky
I
physical
think
energy,
he will be a defender though.
and
And
degen resistance. Coupled with inequity and general healing from his special one, he becomes extremely
Yeah, I read more negative
sustainable.
comments than the good ones.
Where we see him thriving in the contest, well, he thinks he'll launch very well as an attacker, both in shorter fights and longer,
Okay,
especially
Saga.
with the upcoming Alliance War tactic meta. I anticipate him being one of the stronger attackers there, and he ramps up very quickly, making him speedy for battlegrounds. He has some major keys for countering some mystic defenders, and his damage output gets very spiky
Look at
once he
attacker, not a
activates
defender.
those furies. Like, one of the things about him when you play him though, it's like, you kind of don't need to know how to use him. You can just like spam SP1, SP2 and still do a really, really good job. But his sustainability, his damage, if you know what you're doing with him, you're gonna have a lot of fun.
Destroyer
That
doesn't
evade
need a
mechanic is a
counter
little
for
more
most
fun
part.
than it might look.
Nefaria
So
his
be prepared
father-in-law.
for that.
Is he? I don't know.
Count Nefaria is available with his pre-release bundle on September 5th, and the arenas in crystals on September 12th. Also, with Nefaria, we're trying something new with the sellers market.
Oh yeah, they
but
won't read
more
anything
on
negative, of
that
course.
in just a little bit. But first, as we mentioned in our live
No buffs are
stream, we are
announced so
quickly
far.
approaching our 10-year anniversary, and we'll have our official logo
Oh,
and
yeah, I'm
animation
surprised
here
DLL
to
has
kick
not
off
done a
the
live stream.
festivities. Go ahead and roll it.
They did not discuss him defensively, but
Oh, wait.
I think he might be an annoying defender too. I have a hunch.
All right, what do you think? I hope that grabbed your 10, Shin? Anyway, it grabbed mine. So, now at the center of our 10-year anniversary celebration, we've got Saga 3, finishing out the
very
year
good,
with
Zero.
glorious games. And just to give you a little more information on that and some visual happiness, go ahead and roll that next clip.
Through combat, one can achieve immortality with glorious cheers echoing through the corridors of time.
Okay.
When they speak of your battles,
Am I wrong? No, you're not wrong, Zero.
should be
This is funny.
whispers lost in the
This is probably gonna be the next Saga. Deadpool and Sentinel. Sentinel getting rough.
I was not promised eternity. I claimed my station by force. You must do the same. I seek the
Who that?
bravest, the boldest.
Who that six-handed bitch?
Those who would rise up by crushing the fallen beneath their heels. So join us, Summoner, in our glorious games. And to the victor
Spiral.
shall go the spoils.
Spiral being leaked.
And we're back. And with me, we've got
Lady
our
Galactus.
other resident expert, Kabam John, in the house. Welcome back.
The six-handed
Thank you
thingy
for having
looking
me. How are you doing?
quite good.
I'm doing well. Well, I mean, my eyes are starting to.
We
get
might
a
be
little
getting
cross-eyed.
Maestro Dupe, I hope
Chat
so.
was just like, spiraling out of control over there. So
Indeed, let's give them a second to have their moment. How was your vacation?
That was good. It was good.
Connect them all,
had 2
fair
weeks
enough.
off, so actually, I want to give a shout out to my team, Kabam Pinwheel and Kabamasaurus Rex. They just like took it over while I was out. I was able to put everything down.
What's a
just
relief?
kind of chill
Awesome.
out. But
Good to hear.
Yeah, but now I'm back.
Right on.
Yeah.
Back and
Meanwhile,
locked in
if you
for
are
the
here
final 4 months
and
of
you
this
still
year,
haven't
which are
left,
gonna be
if you
absolutely
could
nuts.
please
It's
hit
gonna
that
be
like button.
glorious.
It is good.
I
to
would
be good.
greatly
So we're gonna
appreciate
get
that.
into it here. As you saw in that motion comic, could we hit the slideshow, please?
In the slideshow.
So as you saw in that motion comment, the Maestro has declared his return. 4 months of celebratory games. These are sort of styled on classical antiquity. I've seen some people say Space Olympics. That wasn't the inspiration, but I guess the Olympics are also styled on classical antiquity. So it makes sense. So today I'm going to talk about
I think so, yeah.
what we're going to specifically see in September. And then I'm also going to talk about a little bit more about what we're going to see.
John is
throughout
carrying
rest
the
of this
entire
year.
company.
Again,
I do
this
agree
is
with you.
our anniversary saga, our 10th anniversary, huge celebration. This saga will be 4 months long, as opposed to the normal 3, and will take us all the way through to our 10-year anniversary.
4 months
So let's
saga.
get into it. The first thing that we're going to do is the opening ceremonies for these games. So basically what this is it's a saga sale with a twist. So every saga we have done sort of like mini sales where we've sold crystals with champions that are part of the saga. Basically what we've done is we've taken Cap's Commissary, that was the sale that we ran last fall. That was probably our least popular monetization event of last year. And we basically threw that design in the garbage. Nothing from that is returning, and we're doing this instead. So it's a completely new design for a monetization event. There will be both sort of milestone tracks in the game as well in the web store. I cannot emphasize this enough. If you are going to spend, please check the web store first. You will get more stuff. Not just the regular bonus stuff in the web store, which is still there, but you will also make progress in a web store track. We are experimenting with some new things here. So basically, up until this point, there have been 2 new ways to get a new champion. You can either try your luck with crystals, with Valiant crystals, with Titan crystals, or for a couple of champions, you could buy sort of like the double track, the Platinum Pass, and complete an objective every day and get them with Morbius and Bill. This is a new experiment for us because you will be guaranteed a 7-star count Nefaria as part of that web store track if you're willing to spend enough money. So basically, it's sort of like a guaranteed gotcha system. If you spend enough money in the web store, you will be guaranteed that 7-star. So we're trying that for this sale. Again, please check the web store first. This will be live September 5th to September 12th. There's all sorts of other exciting materials for the sale, including our first Saga Awakening gem. So yes, very excited for this.
Nice. So just to recap, there are now 3 ways to get a champion. One is the classic way that we've all known from the beginning. Just try your luck with the crystals, see if you can get lucky and land the one that you want. We've introduced our battle pass, which we
where the fuck are
Bill.
7-star arenas by now?
With the bills that they're getting, not the ones they have to pay back, or maybe I don't know if you might have to pay back on your track. That's all good. But this is a 3rd way, and this is an exclusive way. Only on the web store.
That's right.
Okay.
So as you said, I think the success of Morbius and Bill through the double track has really made us want to experiment more with different ways of
success of Morbius and Bill is the fact that the double track's like $25.
And I think players can expect some more experiments moving forward as
well.
well.
There is no code yet.
Methods of sourcing them, different price points, that kind of stuff. So this represents another experiment. So if you're someone who normally chases new champions, this is just like a pure benefit for you, because if you don't get them before the guaranteed milestone, you get them automatically. So, okay, so that's the opening ceremonies. Moving on to the next thing. Now let's talk about the Saga Chase. So I am very, very excited for this. So the Saga Chase is going to be structured quite similar to the way the Nightcrawler runestones were structured of our first saga. You will collect these Banquet tickets. You will trade them in for game store bundles. Every 10 Banquet tickets equals 1 greater Banquet crystal when the Banquet event launches. So if you trade them into the store before the event launches, you'll get a token, and then you'll trade that token in for a crystal. In addition to the Banquet crystals that players will be collecting over the next 4 months, there are also other things in the game store bundles that you can trade these tickets for. And the main thing that I am most excited about is guaranteed 7-star Mr. Sinister. The first 7-star Mr. Sinister in the game. He is, I think, without question, one of the most powerful mutants in the game right now. Nightcrawler was great. Captain Marvel was great. Both fantastic champions, but I think it's fair to say Mr. Sinister is actually like true S tier.
This is cool.
About it. I was part of Vega's Battlegrounds tournament, or Battlegrounds Championship this past weekend, and we saw 6-star Mr. Sinisters in the top player desk. So you can imagine the impact that 7-star Mr. Sinister is going to have on the meta. I think automatic rank up, automatic inclusion in any Battlegrounds deck. I'm very excited for this. In addition to that 7-star Mr. Sinister, there are other Saga materials in these game store bundles as well. Saga rank up gems, Saga signature stones, including 7-star signature stones. Yeah, so basically that's what this is. And then again,
this is a chase. You should be able to
which of these bundles you buy, you will get 1 Banquet Crystal for every 10 tickets you've traded in as part of these bundles. And then also you can trade those tickets if you bought all these bundles. You can trade those tickets for Banquet Crystals up to an unlimited fashion. So the more of those tickets you collect, the more Banquet Crystals you have ready to go for the Banquet event later this year.
All right, very nice. I'm eyeing that 4 to 5 gem on the 6-star right there.
Nice.
I mean, if I do get a 7-star, I will eye the other one. But yeah, for now, it's the 4 to 5.
7-star Mr. Sinister.
I did want to touch one more thing before we move on the web store, because we talked a lot about or on the
you get him same way as Captain Marvel and
like the different types of things you can go and buy.
There is no code yet,
Aiden. To play player, is there any reason to go to the Summoners Market?
Absolutely. So players will know that there is a number of sort of like free things that you can claim on there. There is a daily crystal. There is a weekly crystal. There's some free points for the milestone tracks as well. So yeah, so absolutely. I mean, I try to claim my free crystal every single day in the web store. Some days I forget, but most days it happens.
All right, very nice. I didn't want to leave out anybody. So just it's a place for everyone to go and get something.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I did just want to mention, we know that there are some
summoners
who have not been able to access the web store for various reasons. That is very much on our radar. We are in active sort of discussions about how we want to help those summoners out. It's not going to happen for this sale, but later this year, early next year, we're hoping to have more solutions.
No. You 7-star Sinister you can earn for free, just like Nightcrawler and CMF.
IDs or whatnot. So
very cool.
We are working on that. In terms of where you can get these tickets, the sourcing, again, is very similar to the Magnetron crystals, the Nightcrawler runestones. There's some of the stuff in here that you don't know what it is yet. Some of it I'll talk about today, some of it I won't. You will need 100 Banquet tickets for the 7-star Mr. Sinister bundle. If you total up all of the earnable sources here, the free sources, you will see that there are well over 100 tickets. So as long as you are in the game, you're playing the game regularly,
you can get 7-star Sinister for free.
No trouble collecting enough tickets. If you are Paragon or Valiant, you will have no trouble collecting enough tickets for that 7-star Mr. Sinister. And then there are a bunch of extra Banquet tickets in offers. So on September 12th, roughly a week after the Saga launches, the Magnetron crystals and the daily deals will switch out and they will become Banquet tickets. We're also going to see sort of like a revamp of those daily deals, so they will be brand new daily deals. And then, you know, sales like the opening ceremonies have been
Alliance Super Season.
So
it's like an event.
Willing to,
you want to be in Alliance for that.
Mr. Sinister early.
No, you do not have to pay to get him. You
I'm
can get 7-star Mr. Sinister for free.
If you're free to play, there are more than enough Banquet tickets over the course of the next 4 months for you to collect if you are sort of like a late game summoner.
Captain Marvel also 7-star. You could get for free if you do everything in game.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk there. I was going to take a step. Okay,
as in, like, you are able to earn.
We're going to talk about the Crystal Cleansing event. So I have mentioned this on past streams. This is our first Realm event. Realm events are the technology where players will work together across the game to achieve milestones in an event. Very similar to the Road to the Crypt event that we ran with the
there's been some important
info. It's basically an alliance event if everyone was in the same alliance. So this first event is Crystal Cleansing, and basically what it is for every crystal you open in a game, you get a point. Doesn't matter what that crystal is, you should get a point. And as you accumulate points, you will accumulate milestones. I want to make it clear, I've said this before, I'm going to say it again, the purpose of this event is mostly to test our realm technology before the big realm events that we have planned later this Saga. The rewards of this are very much targeted at mid-game players. We're allowed to do stuff for them too, right? The rewards are very much targeted at mid-game players. There's nothing insane in here for
what did Carlos say? Can somebody translate to me?
There are units. Units are eternal. Units are forever, I like to say. Everyone wants units. So there is some stuff in here that late game players will be interested in, but don't expect this to be sort of like an insane progression moment for those accounts. It's mostly to test this technology to make sure.
Yes, there are. I will make a summary video afterwards.
I'll talk about in a moment here. And then there are ranked rewards for this event, but they are purely cosmetic. I believe they're just titles.
Nice.
This will be live September 4th through October 9th. Open some crystals, check it out. Let us know if you encounter any problems with the tech. We'll try to fix it up before the next realm event.
Nice. So I have a question for the chat.
I know which language you're speaking.
Like, just go over to your crystal section.
Zero
the big number. Is it like 5 numbers? Is it 4 numbers? 3 numbers? What are what are we
Johnson?
With? And then I'll
check back
since
they're coming, yes.
See like what one of the highest numbers
as a chase
are.
champion.
Oh, that's insane.
I'm going to boot up my game and tell you. I think I have quite a few.
Well, I saw 17,000. That's crazy. No, 18,000. There's another. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm in the 20K something as well.
Did I see a 1.5 million?
No. It's possible.
No.
If you've been playing the game for 10 years and haven't opened any crystals.
Opened anything in those 10 years?
I'd be curious how many Ryan Grant has. He's kind of our community member. I have 24,000.
24,000.
Yeah. Anyway, so I'm going to open a bunch of those just for fun, basically. So again, this will launch at the start of September. Another event that we're going to see in September is a supply drop calendar. Supply drop is our word for the fancy calendars with the nice big graphics. So we will see a supply drop calendar in September as well. As part of this calendar, you will collect sort of special crystals and open them. Those crystals have a currency in them. You will spend those currencies in the game store for various things. This is up to 2 guaranteed 7-star champions, depending on your progression. And all you have to do to get this is log in every day from September 4th to October 2nd. That's it. You don't have to complete any objectives or do anything else. It's just a calendar. It's a very nice looking calendar, but it's just a calendar. So this should be pretty attractive. One of those guaranteed 7-star champions is Chels, who I believe is one of the most underrated champions in the game right now. She's absolutely meta dominant and a lot of players are sleeping on her. And the other 7-star champion is actually a selector. You will be able to pick between these beauties here. This is what it's going to look like. So this is your incentive to come back to the game every day in September.
No, I don't. I have all of them duped. That fucking sucks.
Get everything
I have Chels duped and these guys.
So 2 guaranteed 7 stars.
Depending on progression.
Ah, boo-hoo.
What's the progression on
I believe it's Paragon and Valiant. We'll
Paragon. Can you say, which one is that? What was that again?
Paragon.
I mean, more 6 on the thing, I guess.
Yes. I just wanted to make sure. So, quick update, because last time we were here, I had no 5-star, no 7-star champions, and now I have 5. Soon to be.
I have all of them, and I think all of them awakened.
Who's your favorite?
I think I have Colossus as well.
Oh man, I don't know. Like I'm kind of like discovering everyone. So it's like it's not someone that I've been wanting to get. I get him. Like I have no idea how good this is. But
620.
America Chavez is insane.
Oh.
So it's gonna be
She's crazy.
Yeah, insane. I will admit, I was disappointed when I first got her.
It's for Paragons and Valiants.
I think she is arguably one of the most meta dominant champions in the game right now. I think probably the most meta dominant Mystic and one of the most meta dominant champions in the game. She's one of my favorite champions.
Yeah, she's so very
that's a
good.
Good ball.
I won't spoil too much more. Just one more that's a very, very nice favorite of mine, and that is a 7-star Mantis that I'm having a lot of fun with right now. So
really fun to play.
Yeah, we'll go through those on the next time. I'm pretty sure everybody wants to know what's coming next.
Okay, yeah. So let's keep moving.
I'm not entirely sure.
Okay. Yeah. This presentation today isn't as long as some of the things I've done. So what else is coming? So those are the things coming in September as part of the saga. What else is coming? I'm just going to touch on a few of the things here. There is much more coming beyond what I can talk about today, including some announcements that I think are going to be some of the most important announcements in the game's history. But let's talk about sort of some of the things I can talk about. So look at the grand banquet table there. I wanted to show off some of the art from the saga. It looks fantastic. So that's our grand banquet table. So Banquet is coming back, obviously. I talked about Banquet tickets. It's no secret that the Banquet is going to come back. For our 10th anniversary, we are calling it a grand banquet. We have a number of special things planned that we've never done before as part of the Banquet event. I know last year there were some groups of summoners who were disappointed with the event. We're looking to confound those expectations this year. I am insanely excited for this event. It's probably the most excited I've been for an event since I joined the team, like up there with the Necropolis launch for me. Yeah, so that is going to obviously be in September. Collect those Banquet tickets, be ready to go for the Banquet event. The second thing is our anniversary Battleground season. That's season 22. And there are basically 3 things happening with this season. Number 1, the community voted on the metas that we're going to be using for this season. So it's a return of the greatest hits. The community's favorite metas are going to be the metas for this season. Number 2, this is sort of our first big realm event. So our first realm event targeted at endgame players. The solo event and the alliance event for season 22 are gone. We're getting rid of them. We're replacing both of them.
Battlegrounds realm event.
Summoners will participate in Battlegrounds and work together to unlock milestones. And there's very, very, very good stuff in those milestones, and also very good stuff in the ranked rewards. So look forward to that in October. And then the third thing that we're doing is a fun little bounty on Kabam staff. So if you defeat a member of Kabam staff during this anniversary season, someone who is wearing the developer tag, you will get a special exclusive emote, but you have to beat one of us to make that happen. I think as we launch season 22, we'll provide some information about some of the Kabam staff that play Battlegrounds regularly and sort of like where
next
they hang
season
out
is the anniversary season.
Target them, but come get me. I'm looking forward to it.
Also,
that should be really fun.
Could you
then
please
in October,
hit that like button,
so last year we had
all
our
the good
Alliance
buttons,
Super
we're
season
almost
in
at 100
September.
likes.
This year we have moved it to
Can we
October, but it
hit
is returning
250
as, sort of
likes?
a
No,
completely revamped,
350
redesigned event.
likes.
Deadpool's ultimate
I
multiplayer
know you
bonanza
guys are
Alliance
there.
Super
You
season.
can hit that
It's
like button.
Going to be a big thing. Basically, there's going to be new tech involved in that. It should be really fun. So that is kind of going to be the main, the main interest in October is going to be that.
It's a Phantom Bomb Black,
as well as the Alliance Super season. As I said last year, if you want to participate,
Rough is getting the help that he needs. He's going through a rough time.
Map 8 AQ, but you are going to have to be in an alliance, and you are going to have to be playing our alliance modes to some extent. So find yourself an alliance that's reasonably active. It doesn't have to be crazy serious, but get yourself an alliance before October to take advantage of that event.
I see people are really excited about the name of the Deadpool event. I think they just really like your wording. It just seems like the chat really likes that. So just wanted to shout out whoever came up with that name. The chat really likes it a lot. So moving on.
Yeah, no worries. I'm not gonna say his name on stream because I like to check with people to make sure they're okay with me saying their names on stream. I didn't with him, but the person who named that event, I'm hoping will actually be on the live stream next month to talk about that event some more.
Very nice.
What else is coming? So from November,
Refresh
there is going to be a multi-month side quest to celebrate the history of the contest. I'm not going to say anything more about that. We have some announcements planned around that, but it should be really cool.
I don't know why that happened.
We have the return of Saga Incursions and the Alliance War Encounter Showcase. We saw a lot of really good engagement.
I do not know why that happened. My apologies.
I'm thrilled at how that content turned out for Arcade Games. That will be returning. And then also in November, there's sort of a fun treasure hunt. And I'm not going to say anything more about this other than that there are some fun things to collect as well as a heap of Banquet tickets as part of that treasure hunt.
I imagine we'll find out more next month.
Yes,
Stream crash? Yeah, my apologies.
Been working on cryptic clues.
That's Kabam after me.
On this treasure hunt, so very much looking forward.
That's Kabam after me.
Cool. Okay, so I think that's
Silver Sable Wi-Fi. Yeah, I guess so.
Upcoming Saga. Again, just a little bit of some teasers for the months ahead, as well as some details in September. I do have one more thing. Well, a couple more things, but one thing that I know for sure summoners are going to be interested about. Should I just go to it?
Yeah.
All right. The sources for the Deathless She-Hulk pieces. We haven't announced this up to this point. Very similar to the sources for past Deathless pieces.
Suffering
Summoners
on Season 22 Victory Track.
The second one, Battleground Season 22 Victory Track completion. We've done this with a number of pieces. Again, we have that retuned Victory Track now where you gain 2 medals for
Banquet solo, but of course.
So we saw, enormous engagement in the season where we put Vision at the top of the Vision piece at the top of the Victory Track, and should be quite accessible for our late game players. Summer Suffering solo event, summoners already can see this in game. There is a set of anniversary Everest challenges coming. I'm not going to say anything more about that right now, but you will have to do some of that to get one of the pieces, and then finally the Banquet solo event milestone. As with the Deathless Guillotine piece in last year's Banquet event, as long as you open your free Banquet crystals and you spend the free
crystals
units
do
you
I
get
have? I
as
don't
part
know
of the
from the top of
Banquet
my head.
event, you will achieve this milestone. You will not have to spend any money or any of your own units, assuming you've collected most of those Banquet tickets to achieve this milestone. And then with that, you will collect Deathless She-Hulk and be ready to collect Deathless Thanos. Deathless Thanos will be arriving in the contest with our January build. So after our anniversary, you'll be ready to go and be able to collect him first thing in January.
No, very nice. So we've got Deathless She-Hulk. We're tying up sagas by the end of the year. Now, for the players that don't know, like, how did all of these sagas end up tying together at the end of all this?
Hero, what
so
is
the
Hero?
sagas, as I mentioned, are basically a thematic wrapper, but the thing that, you know, sort of ties them together, I think, is the lessons we learned along the way. You've seen a pretty big evolution in the way that we're producing content and the content that we're producing over the course of the last 6 or 7 months, and that's going to continue. I think we've hit a really good balance of challenge and excitement and enjoyment and engagement right now. I'm very proud to say that we actually have more players playing our game right now than we did last year at this time. Our game is actually growing, and I think it's a huge testament to the team. So thank you to everyone who's working on it.
Deathless Thanos should be a good champion,
make this all possible. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the evolution of our
We
content
do not
this year.
have the promo code
Expect
yet.
more of that. You can expect 4 months of jam-packed awesomeness coming into our anniversary. There's all sorts of stuff I haven't talked about today. There's all like an insane amount of just like free.
Yes, man. I think it's an issue with my Wi-Fi, but I don't know how to address it right now.
If you have, you know,
which is like the worst moment for
to come back. This is the best time to come back to the game.
Try
the game's
this.
history.
That might
come back,
help.
join us, play with us as we enter into our 10th anniversary here.
Very nice. And also, thank you for coming on and explaining all this stuff, because it is a lot of stuff. You have to cover like a whole deck, and you've got a whole thing. Dude, we have to practice this like a lot just to like get this done and explain all this stuff clearly. So very much appreciated for your time.
Of course, it's my pleasure.
Absolutely. Now, if you want to know more about our events, make sure to visit our website at playcontestofchampions.com, because as of September 4th, we will have a new events page where you can see what's going on in the contest, and also a new refreshed homepage. If you want to see what that looks like, go ahead and roll that. Now, this is just a taste of what's to come. On our website, as there are plenty more changes on the way. Now, Kabam John, before you go, we do have just one more thing, and that is our Act 9.1. And I believe we also have some footage on that one as well. Go ahead and yeah, there we go. We've got our brand new boss. That's right, Act 9.1 is less than 2 weeks away. And at the end of this quest, you'll meet another member of the Ouroboros, Orochi. Inspired by X-23's mutant physiology, Sarasti's bonded her corrupted celestial armor to her adamantium-laced bones in an attempt to create the perfect fusion of mutant and machine. As a result, Orochi's body has become a temple of the corruption of the Chronos Serpent and acts as their chief assassin. Now, do you have what it takes to conquer this foe? Now, that image was just a teaser, so make sure to check out the never-before-seen motion comic launching alongside Act 9.1 on Wednesday, September 11th. So make sure to check out more about this on our social channels. And then also make sure to check out our website so you can find out all the information about 9.1. And before we wrap things up, John has one last thing for you, a breakdown of those juicy rewards.
Yeah, I'm just going to talk about them really generally, not going to go through them in detail.
When was 9.1 coming, or they didn't confirm?
3 full Tier 4 alphas and lots of other catalysts, so there is a full rank 3 and more in here. So if you
9.1 is coming in 2 weeks.
Still looking for Valiant rank 3, this might be an option for you. And it's not a class.
It should be better on the stream, and
it's the catalyst, so you can choose the rank 3 of your choice. 20,000 plus Titan shards, revamp path rewards. It's been a while since
there is no code
path
yet.
Rewards, so every path will be more rewarding. There's 7-star shards, 7-star sig stones, and more. So yeah, it's going to be quite rewarding for the effort. I'm very much looking forward to it. And as you said, I believe it's
September 11th.
now. Is that right? I believe. Yeah. So less than 2 weeks away.
All right. Well, yeah, it sounds like
Thought
it's coming
so.
up real
Could
soon.
be.
So make sure to keep
9.1.
those eyes peeled for more info in the usual places.
Nice.
And also,
Stream is
brace
back to fine,
yourselves
back to
as
normal.
every
Thank
month
God.
we're revealing more of our 10-year anniversary surprises. Now, for the
Swear
moment
to
that
God.
you've been waiting for, everyone,
There is no
we do
fucking
have
code yet.
a
Jesus
giveaway.
Christ.
So, actually, like last time, right?
They're
the
gonna get
giveaway,
me.
Beta
They're
Ray
gonna
Bill,
get
it was
me.
It was a little bit messy, right? It was a little bit messy. It's a little mea culpa on our side, right? You know, so what we would like to do today is we're going to give away a Shathra. All of you that saw that very juicy Shathra footage, she's draining bars all over the place, right? She's raising bars, setting bars, all kinds of stuff. So we're gonna give that away. But in addition, this code is also going to give you a redo at Beta Ray Bill. So whoever wins this is going to get both Shathra and Beta Ray Bill in 7-star. So are you ready? Pop that code up on the screen. Go ahead and
You can
type
find
in exclamation
the code.
point BRB2 in the chat
Yeah.
for your
Tap on
chance
the
to
link
win.
below and you will
Let's
find the
go.
code.
Awesome.
Maybe.
I think this is the first time we've ever given away more than one 7-star champion at a time, so that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, I'm feeling very 14 about it, man.
Tyler, can you enter me, please?
I would, you know what? I would like to be entered. Okay, so we will let that run for just a moment here. And let me go back and read some of these comments that were sent out.
Well, let's enter him.
Do we have any questions from? Do you have moderator chat over there? Do they have any questions for us?
Yeah,
We can take a few questions, I guess.
Yeah.
We're a little bit ahead of schedule.
This isn't the place to enter the code, by
people
the
were
way.
asking questions, and then just like
Or
the
the
answers
giveaway.
were coming like right after.
Perfect.
So yeah, this worked out real well.
And that's what I aim for.
Someone said Strange lost a rework, but now we get Villain Strange. So that's interesting.
Yeah, Nefaria does look Strange-esque for sure.
Yeah, they've got the collar action going on there.
It looks bizarre.
It's bizarre. Yes, Count Bizarre. Oh, I like that. See, you know what happens? Like people say they don't like the jokes, right? But then I do them, and then they groan, and then they do them later themselves. They just kind of.
It doesn't work.
So they're really just.
It's not the giveaway code. It's a raffle code.
Yes, or stealing their.
This is not for the web store.
All right, let me know when we've got our winners.
It's not a promo code. It's to enter the giveaway.
All right, we've got. Oh, okay, here we go. All right, let's do the countdown. Count. Sorry, no, I'm sorry. We had a count. It was a count Nefaria. Whatever. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it's closed. In the meantime, while we're waiting for our winners, we are going to pop on, for those of you that did not win but don't know it yet, we do have a promo code coming up. Now,
Here is a promo.
If you really, really love those 7-hour login crystals and you miss them, I know you miss them. You're missing them right now. You're wishing that you had them. We are going to give you 3 of them if you pop over to our Summoners Market, jump into that web store at store.contestofchampions.com, and you'll have your chance to do that. So let's go ahead and pop that code up on the screen.
A promo code and a giveaway.
Yes,
I love it.
promo code and giveaways in the same day. Glorious Reunion, you can go ahead and redeem that. Store.playcontestofchampions.com. Store.playcontestofchampions.com. Sorry, I said the wrong thing earlier. Or maybe they both go to the same place. But store.playcontestofchampions.com 3 times just to make sure you got it locked in. Glorious Reunion will get you 3 login crystals. I'm going to do that myself because I'm on this like 7-star shard hunt.
Nice.
To just keep on like bolstering that whole thing.
Yep.
And I've gotten lucky 2 in a row.
Nice.
Yeah, I got the 900, or was it 750? 750?
Yeah.
Yeah, the 750. Yeah, I'm
Nice.
digging that.
Nice.
All right. Okay, so, we've got some names up here. All right, we are ready to go. Are you guys ready? You are. I'm still seeing people putting stuff in the chat. Okay, we have our 5 winners. We have Venom Spirit. Venom Spirit is winner number 1. Pablo App 96. Pablo
Glorious
App 96.
reunion.
I graduated in 97. That's pretty close anyway. Anyway, I don't know, 96. Whatever, I'm dating myself. Okay.
I got
Close
it.
enough. Send them as champions. Close enough.
Yeah.
Here is the code.
All of us.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
Do you want me to tell you what year I was born?
I was going to say, you weren't alive yet, were you?
Yeah, no, none of that. All right, winner number 3, Shadowwind 825. Shadowwind 825. Number 4, Turbo Scrunt. Turbo Scrunt is number 4. I mean, everybody knows I'm old. I mean, I'm sporting the grays here. And number 5, John Alive, or Alive? John, no, it's John Alive because it's a 3. John Alive. John.
That's not 1 crystal, it's 3 crystals.
Well, I'm also dating myself. Well, John Alive, I'm guessing a 5 is supposed to be there somewhere. You know what I'm talking about, right, John? Okay, John 5, okay.
Yeah.
The one that wasn't born yet at that time does not know.
No. Short circuit, just keep going.
Yes, I like it. Very nice.
I loved that movie so much, or those movies so much when I was a kid. My grandpa had them on VHS, and every time I went to his house, I watched them. I remember that.
I love those movies as well. Okay, well, we have our 5 winners, and we will be contacting you. So make sure that you are online. They're going to reach out and give you all the details of how you can get your
and my
brand
connection
new
sucks. Anyways,
7-star
that will do for now.
Shathra and your, well, it'll still be brand new to you, Beta Ray build. So that is amazing stuff. So thank you all for
That's it for now, and I shall catch you guys soon. Bye-bye.
Big thank you to our crew once again.